Now, what's McDonnell's tactics going to be? This is probably saying I'll use the ring a bit. As I say, it's been specially made for him, much bigger than the normal Albert Hall ring.
So there were a few signs in the last minute of the third round that the pressure was beginning to get to McDonnell. He lost his composure, did a few silly things, but he has to get that composure back. The problem, I said earlier, he's thrown a lot of good punches, but not really making any impression whatsoever on Azumah Nelson.
You see, I don't blame him doing this hit and hop it bit at the moment, Jim. He's got to pull himself together. That was a rough round he had there.
Yeah, but McDonnell can't trade with Nelson. He doesn't have the power, he doesn't have the chin Nelson has. It'll take special tools to knock Azumah Nelson out of there, and I don't think McDonnell has those tools. He's an excellent defensive boxer. He must use what he has and not be drawn into a brawl. This must be demoralising, throwing good punches, and the man just keeps walking towards you, fresh as he was at the first bell, and still with so much power.
Nelson tried to show off a bit in the third because he predicted a third round win.
It looks as though Nelson's just forcing McDonnell to do all the work, knowing that 12 rounds is such a long time, and eventually he's going to get to McDonnell. He doesn't seem worried about the point scoring. It's just to keep the challenger working as hard as possible and then move in for the kill.
Really is a tough world championship fight this year. Notices that neither of them back off when they stand there trading those punches. More so Nelson, he just sort of flat-footed, gets a lot of leverage into his blows like that. So when he throws punches to the body, he's got to worry about leaving his chin open.
It must really be so demoralising when you're throwing good punches and the man just keeps walking forward, just treating them as though they don't exist.
Almost doing his road work now, Nelson. Fifth round then, and maybe Azumah Nelson a little bit surprised by McDonnell's toughness. I did say when he came into the ring he's deceptive in that area. He doesn't appear to have any occupational fear. And all the things that McDonnell said before the contest, I think he really meant that he'd love to match wits and punch in power with Nelson. He thinks he's better in better class.
Nelson looks to be raising the pace in this round. He hasn't altered his tactics from the first round, so he must feel they're sound tactics. But now he's raised the pace a little bit. These are real punches Nelson's throwing now.
Closes his that left hook again. That's the one that nailed Caldwell. That's the first time that Jim McDonnell in his career has ever been on the deck. 7, 8, 9. Cortez having a good look at him. The fifth round now. He's got a long way to go in this round. Such a potent puncher, Azumah Nelson, he really is. What a gutsy guy trying to fight back McDonnell. He'll do well to try and take the play away now from the world champion.
This is what he wants to do, smother Nelson just until he gets his wits back. He hasn't recovered from that shot yet.
And it looks as though it hurt Nelson there. Certainly the crowd thinks so. Oh, doesn't need those. They're tiring, missing with punches. Well, he's the best have-a-go 6-to-1 shot you can see, Jim, isn't he?
Yeah, the courage we've come to expect from McDonnell. That was a terrific shot. That would have finished quite a few super featherweights, but here he's back trading with a man.
And he's still standing there and trading with Nelson. Whoop. That was a strange thing. He walked in head first and spun Nelson around, wasn't it? He threw himself at him.
Nelson's becoming a little bit erratic here, which is not like him. He's usually so well controlled. So full credit to McDonnell for the resistance he's putting up here.
Well, he really did a feat to get over that round, I tell you that. Because he was out all by the shouting there, wasn't he? But he made it all right. So the cornermen now have really got to work hard on this lad. But the way he fought back was most impressive, I have to say. On the other hand, Nelson, I'm sure, is saying, well, if I can catch him with that left hook once more, I'm sure he won't get up, but we'll find out. Jim?
Well, a tremendous left hook it was. A real taster for McDonnell's chin there. Here it comes, bang on the chin. Over he went. It looked as though there was no way he was going to recover from that, but as we know, recovered and recovered well.
See, that was an example of him throwing his own punch, left hook to the body, but leaving his chin really exposed like that, and he got tagged. Round 6 of this World Super Featherweight Championship from the Royal Albert Hall. So can the big underdog, Jim McDonnell, pull himself together now after that knockdown and get back in the fight?
Just wonder how much fire that round has taken out of Nelson. But he's back to his original tactics again, just stalking, looking for the big shot.
Yeah, it's the old Joe Louis thing, isn't it? You can run, but you can't hide. The way he's trying to track McDonnell. But in fact, he hasn't been running in that sense. He's actually been firing very well off the back foot like that. But there's no way he can push Nelson back. He fights with a little bit of arrogance really as well, doesn't he, Nelson? You get the feeling that he could box a lot better if he wanted to.
Yeah, well, where he's so smart, he's had a minute's rest and now he comes out, and for the first minute of this round he takes another rest. He forces McDonnell to work, puts him under pressure, but doesn't really do any work himself. Quite possibly the plan is to start going to work in the last minute and a half of the round. But he's a little bit negative here, although he's stalking and keeping McDonnell working.
Minute to go in the 6th. Oh, that was only a short punch, Jim. It's just as well that left hook there on McDonnell's chin. You see, he just hangs in there too long. He doesn't recover, does he? He just stays static for a second like that.
So I don't think Nelson realised McDonnell was so slippery. It looks to me as though he plans to do his best work in the last minute of every round.
on 7. And most of the tipsters thought this would end between the second and maybe the 5th round. The 3rd and 4th was the ones that were generally picked. So McDonnell, I should say, has forward then. Here we go chance. The crowd have been marvellous in support of McDonnell. Actually, there's quite a large support from the Ghanaian, apart from his little band. Embassy people and all kinds of supporters have turned up.
Nelson is not cutting the ring off on McDonnell the way I expected he should have done. He's followed all the way around all night long, but he hasn't moved across him and boxed him into corners. But he's still looking for those powerful shots now.
How's that for a line of defence? The crisscross arms there. See, and there it is again. I mean, if you throw punches, Jimmy, you're liable to break your hand on his elbows. But as you said, last minute of the round, he throws himself at the opponent here, Nelson.
He seems to use the first minute and a half to 2 minutes to try and get some of the steam out of McDonnell's legs, then go to work in the last round. But you have to ask yourself, is he doing enough work in the last minute of every round to turn back what McDonnell's done in the first couple of minutes?
But that's the problem. If he does stand his ground, McDonnell, he tends to get tagged a bit. He certainly did it early on and showed no fear at all.